Okay, what's up? Okay, what's up, everybody? Um, I just wanted to talk about some things I was watching on YouTube recently. I was watching just a bunch of videos on atheism and religion, and I felt like nobody's answer was really just they didn't explain it the way I understand them to be the way they what they were trying to say. They didn't explain it in a good enough way to where people would really understand what they were saying. So they had a lot of comments knocking what they were saying. The video I watched was about the chicken and the egg. And the question is, what came first, the chicken and the egg? And this is actually a religious question once you really, once you understand it. It's okay, the chicken. Did the chicken give birth to the egg? And if so, how did the chicken come without being coming out of an egg? Right? What came first? And at the end of the day, that's really the big basis of any religion. That right there, any religion, because there's a bunch of scientific explanations like the Big Bang. I heard somebody talk about chemical reactions, but it's always like, what started that? What caused 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 that? You feel me? You're just gonna keep going. What made these headphones? Okay, who made that to make that? Who made that to make that? Who made that to make that? And eventually, whatever you do with anything, this computer, this fucking cup, what made this cup? This is a bunch of heated sand. Who heated the sand? He heated the sand. Okay, where did the sand come from? The sand came from a bunch of broken rocks. Where did the rocks come from? The rocks came from a cliff. Where did the cliff? You feel me? And it's just gonna get you're gonna keep going back until you get far enough to where eventually you're gonna come with the I don't know. A scientist is gonna figure out the I don't know. They're gonna figure out where it came from, and then but there's something that created that. And at the end of the day, if you read, we're never gonna get far back enough. And it's funny how smart people think they are. What we need to realize is the more we know, the more we realize we don't know. Yeah, we figured out there's a universe, but then we figure out that the Earth is just a tiny speck in the entire universe, and we don't know shit about that. So the more we learn, the more we learn that we don't know shit. Like, because there's so much more out there. But all I'm saying is, there had to be one thing that started it all. If you look back, trace anything's origins back far enough, eventually you're going to come to a halt, and then it's going to be like, okay, well, what created that? And I'll take everything back to cells. What created cells? What created the nucleus? What created that? 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 And it keeps going. So I mean, I used to be atheist myself, and now I'm in the process of accepting Islam into my life, and I'm grateful for that. And it's only out of my own that logic right there that really is the biggest argument that anybody can have. What started it? Like, and logically, something had to be here forever. And in that case, why not God? Why not? Why is it not possible for there to be God? You know, if, like, why you can't disprove God. You can say you disagree with some things, but you can't disprove whether or not there is a God. And I'm coming from I'm not a Muslim, but I'm on the way to becoming one, but I'm coming from a Muslim standpoint. So if you can disprove that whether or not there's a God, taking into account everything that I've said previously, then okay, you got me. But I don't think you can. Matter of fact, I know you can't, because it's impossible. You can't disprove. It's like, to be honest, looking at it from, I used to be an atheist, so I can fucking say this. It's like trying to disprove whether or not there's unicorns. The only proof you have is that we don't see them running around and no one's ever seen one. But that doesn't mean that they're not real, you know? So it's whether or not you believe. I don't know. Think about it. Shit. Think about it. Like, really think about it. Don't just get angry and post a comment. Really think about it.